Good evening, hooligans. I need y'all to fucking get out your history books.
Oh no.
Tonight.
Oh, no.
Cause
I was always bad at history, if we're being honest.
dude, why? It's just remembering shit. We don't have to do anything with it.
Therein lies the problem.
Who wants to remember shit they don't care about?
True.
Damn.
Slaves, fuck them. Sorry, keep going.
Jason is black. You could say that.
Yikes.
But no, we are gonna be taking a dive into the self-titled Bad Brains album. That was our homework for this past week. I made everyone listen to a hardcore punk album. I know it was gonna happen eventually, whatever. But I think this is probably the by far the oldest piece of media we've really taken a look at. We've been focusing on more like modern stuff.
I think you're right, actually.
Right, yeah. So
was this 86?
82.
82.
Wow.
82, yes.
I think, it beats Midnight Marauders by 11 years. I think that was the previous oldest thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cool. Nice. We're branching
Crazy.
out. But let's just get this part of it over with. Logan, why did you hate it?
My dog ate the homework, so
Here, I'll answer for Logan. He told me the other day he hates everything except the reggae.
okay, that's true though. Like I don't like the shit that like makes the
punk.
album that makes the album punk. I really like the reggae shit though. So like Jaw Calling, and then there was I Love I Jaw. I think there was another one in there too. I don't remember exactly which one it was. Maybe
Leaving Babylon.
Leaving Babylon.
Yeah.
Bro, those
the
are
like longest songs on the album.
hell yeah, those are bangers, dude.
They could-
Bangers.
And they were actually originally a just like a I don't remember what it was, like a freeform jazz or just like a reggae band
Really?
originally. Yeah,
That's cool.
so it just
Form jazz.
makes
How
that
the hell
shit
did you
in.
transition from that to
Hardcore punk.
Yeah, it's a weird
man.
gateway.
Dude, no, it's fucking sick, man. I
gateway drugs?
don't know. I think this is a really just cool overlap of the genres. You just never, like you say, you don't fucking expect that. But I don't know. I guess anyone else have any maybe very strong opinions on the record?
Can these be off the record?
Woo! Hey, bars.
Very close out. That's it, bro.
Yeah, please, everybody turn off their mics before I give my opinion. I pretty much feel exactly the same as Logan did. I don't know if I would say I hated it. I really just anything that wasn't like the reggae style, I was kind of just like like this isn't something that I would ever choose to listen to, which is fine. Like I don't fucking it's whatever, dude. But the reggae stuff, I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm vibing with this. I'm chilling. And then the next song would start, and it would be like somebody hit me across the face with a fucking pan.
Hell yeah.
Do you
I
not
wanna
go
go
for that
back.
when you're listening to music? That's exactly what the experience I want to go for when I'm listening to music.
It was jarring to say the least. Interesting, but most of the album just wasn't my style.
It was jawing.
Unjaw, bro.
Boo.
Hey, so
Jai?
I'm gonna
Logan will
need
not
my
be on next week's
$3
podcast.
back to Tyler, and I'm off permanently.
I look. I'll just say it. I liked it.
Ooh, the hot take.
It's a
The hot
shocker.
take of the week.
Yeah, I know, dude. It really is the hottest take. The Regulator into Banded in DC was probably like my favorite moment on the album. Just those two songs back to back, I really liked. And then Super Touch and Shit Fit, I really liked.
It's funny you say that, Tyler.
Why is that?
Because that song sampled on Tachyon.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I just now found that out too, but I think it's really funny that you like that
That's
song.
insane. Wait, Super Touch?
I think it was Shit Fit actually, but it's
okay.
One of the two. Yeah, but
It's the same song. Yeah.
whatever.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a Death Grips song for people who don't listen to Death Grips. That's honestly that's like doesn't even surprise me at all that Death Grips would sample this.
Oh, for sure, yeah. This is just very, I don't know, just a lot of overlap, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's definitely like, I don't know. I've always kind of liked the like just the energy that comes with like this kind of music. Even though I've never like super been into hardcore, like specifically, I just like just the idea of like, I guess not the idea of punk, but like the energy of like punk music I've always just kind of enjoyed. So I really loved it. I really liked this. And then the reggae stuff was kind of a nice little breakup every once in a while too. It was nice.
For sure. Yeah, I think the a lot of things I hear about like punk and hardcore punk in general is like, oh, like these people just fucking suck at playing their instruments. Like they're just playing fast and shitty and whatever. But like, no, like you can tell, I mean, especially with Bad Brains, and that might be the case for some bands, but just like there's some like incredible musicians in within the genre, but they just, that how they choose to play is how they choose to play and what they choose to write or whatever. But no, they're, I mean, musically they're all incredible musicians and the other projects they've done and whatnot, and the reggae stuff for sure. But I guess going off of your energy comment, I think, and kind of the reason why I wanted to bring this was that Eric Andre tweet where he tweeted out the Big Takeover music video. Did anyone actually watch the live set? I know Logan didn't because he didn't know the band was all black. But did anyone else check that out?
I did not.
Damn.
I admittedly also did not.
That's fucked up.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Do you think that I liked it? You and Tyler, I want to see. I'm kind of curious. Do you think I liked it?
I think you appreciated it.
I think Nick liked it, but he didn't save it to his Spotify. That's what I think.
Oh, thanks
You're
for
both
reminding
wrong.
me.
Oh,
I actually liked it a lot, and I did
oh,
say
hey, let's go, let's go.
I only listened to it once, but because I just haven't been in a music listening mood this week, but I want to listen to it again because I like a lot of old style, like 80s kind of punk, actually, which is kind of little known. The only other like band that I can kind of name drop that I guess you would consider, well, yeah, they're punk rock, is the Ramones.
Yeah. And actually, their name's from a Ramones song.
Wait, which song?
Bad Brain.
I haven't listened to the Ramones in a long time, but I do like the Ramones. But yeah, I like that, and I actually do like reggae, even though I don't listen to it a lot. But what I like the most, because I admittedly I don't remember most of the songs, but I think it's interesting that this is an example of how like two very contrasting musical styles can exist within the same album, and how that like makes the album more memorable. Whereas the example I'm going to pull is a lot of like modern rap, which I guess the better term would be like, I guess like trap, where you kind of have a lot of, at least trap albums, they have a lot of the same sound in every song to where it's somewhat indistinguishable, at least to me. Whereas this, like punk, especially, I mean, even today, but I think back then, like older style punk does have a lot of the same sound, but it's usually, there's something usually a little more distinctive, and I think that just like having the reggae to this album helps break that up to make it stand out even more. And I just liked it a lot, actually.
Nice.
So do they do that on their other albums? Like, do they blend reggae and punk a lot, or is this kind of their one example?
So on Rock for Light, I'm pretty sure they did that. Granted, Rock for Light's mostly it's a lot of the same songs on the self-titled and maybe like a few more other ones. They didn't make a ton of albums. I think when they the other main album, I Against I, which Denzel Curry covered on Spotify. So that's a fun listen. I think they went more towards like I think they had a couple reggae songs in there as well. But I don't think it was as diverse as this one, as contrasting, I would say. But I also haven't dove into it a ton. But that's another. I Against I is a really good album if you want to check out more of their stuff. Nick.
I see. Yeah, I'm looking at the Ramones, and I don't think I've listened to Road to Ruin, which is the album it's on. So I'll have to check that out.
Cool. Just giving each other more stuff to listen to.
Let's go. I love listening to music.
Oh yeah.
Go 80s.
Go 80s. 80s? That was a cool time. It's a good time for music.
I was born in the wrong generation.
Jose, you've been kind of quiet. What's your thoughts here?
I liked it, but probably not something that I would listen to on like a regular basis. I like music like this. I like, punk and shit. I like fast and aggressive. So kind of touching back on what like Tyler said, it's like the energy that they give off. I'm a big fan of, it's just something that's just like fast paced and almost like just violent in a sense. Yeah. So
yeah,
I definitely like that a lot. I guess not a whole lot of tracks stick out to me personally. I like the opener a lot, Sailing On. I think that one really stuck with me a lot for whatever reason. Maybe just because it's like the first one. I was just like, okay, I'm ready, hit me with it, and then they brought it. Band in DC was really good, and I think it's Fearless Vampire Killers that I liked a lot. I think one of the things I like about this genre a lot is just that they never like overstay their welcome. They just like hit the ground running, and then that's it. That's the song. 1.5 minutes. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like one of my pet peeves with music is like when a song is really good, but it's just like longer than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good song.
I get that.
But I feel like if it was shorter, which is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like for most people, like, I wish this was longer, But sometimes, like, I don't know, at least for me, I'm not sure if you guys feel the same. Sometimes it's just like, this was good, but I feel like if it's like a tad bit shorter, they didn't repeat the chorus for like the 5th time or something like that.
Yeah. Bro,
yeah,
I think we already talked about that, but like any classic rock, dude, it's all just saying the name of the song for like 3 minutes at the end. Like, let's pack it up, man.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
Yeah, we all know how Steven feels about classic rock.
Yeah, I like long songs. Like specifically, like I don't listen to it a lot, but when I do, I like it a lot of like prog rock.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like modern and even like going back to like 70s, 80s stuff. Like I've been listening to Roundabout a lot for some reason. It's probably because of the fucking meme and it makes me think of the song and it's actually a legitimately good song. But like when a song is like, it's not just like chorus, verse and repeat and everything. Like I really like the, like almost like it's like a beginning, middle and end instead of like a A, B, A, B, A, B type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like an album like this where it's just like they start the song and then it's over and the next one starts and you're like, oh, this is a different song. it's almost like that in like a but in like broken up into different songs a little bit.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is let's start a punk prog band.
A punk prog band?
Yeah.
Is that like an oxymoron, you think?
That is absolutely an oxymoron. And they both have guitars, and that's about it.
Hell yeah, dude!
I think you can be a punk prog person, like Trent Reznor, but you can't have like a punk prog band.
Yeah,
until we make it.
Person. Oh my god, that's the next Hooligans media project. Punk prog.
Not to be confused with a funk frog band, which is a band consisting of frogs that play funk music.
Yeah, that also sounds like it. It probably sounds like more successful than a punk frog.
Yeah, that's more feasible, honestly.
I would rather listen to that than us trying to make music.
That's like the band in Meet the Robinsons. They don't play funk though. They're like it's like swing. You know what I'm talking about? That movie, the Disney movie.
I know what you're talking about, but I never saw it. Yeah.
They got frogs.
The T-Rex is like grabbing at some shit, but his head keeps hitting the wall. And he's like, "I'm a T-Rex. I've got a big head, little arms."
That's such a good movie.
His little arms. Just
Sorry,
I
got off the. Are we done talking about the album?
That's a good movie. Let's talk about that movie instead of this album.
Let's talk about the movie that nobody's. Yeah.
Tyler, let's you and me have a conversation.
Oh, okay. We never have conversations.
Let's just have that can be our season 2, season 3 ending.
We don't have to worry about what number season just.
Season X.
Or just 5, man.
We're on 3. But
podcast the new generation.
Honestly,
2 cast.
Did you have any
closing thoughts?
Did you have any final thoughts, Steven, about the album? Anything else?
I mean, I feel like we talked about most of it. It's just the incredibly influential, not only hardcore punk album, but just album in general. I feel like a lot of bands that I feel like we all listen to have taken inspiration from this album, from other Bad Brains stuff. So I think it was just important to bring. I was doing a little bit of digging, and I learned that like the opening like little drum lick on "Smells Like Teen Spirit" was actually ripped from a Bad Brains song. There's an interview with fucking what's his face,
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl, yeah, where he's like, yeah, no, if you weren't listening to this shit back in the day, like people like looked at you funny. So I was like, oh shit, I guess this is more influential than I realized. Also, there's a fucking awful No Doubt cover of "Sailing On" on YouTube if y'all want to check that out. And there's several other good covers by very big bands as well, like Living Colour and whatnot. So cool. Nice. Everyone, if you haven't already, check out Bad Brains. Good stuff. Good, cool.
Right on. So back to Meet the Robinsons.
Okay.
If I could make that my homework, I would tell y'all to watch that.
I'm sure
it's actually a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Plus, right?
Oh yeah, it's definitely on Disney Plus.
Oh,
you're telling me I have to pay for Disney Plus to watch it?
Just use my account. It's mine. It's mine. It's my account. Nobody else's.
I see. Actually, I don't know if my parents are gonna.
It's Logan's account.
It's mine.
Oh wait, you have it?
My parents did it for because my mom wanted to watch Hamilton, and I used it to watch.
The Mandalorian.
I still need to watch
the
Hamilton.
Mandalorian thingy. I would put Hamilton in here if I didn't think it was way too long.
Please don't make
Dude, that's like
that again.
That's like the only thing me and Darian have been trying to watch it, but every time we're just like, let's watch an 1.5-hour movie instead.
I think it's one of those things where like the first time I watched it, I definitely felt myself being like, okay, when is this gonna end? But it wasn't because I wasn't interested or I wasn't entertained. And after I finished it and like listened to some of the songs again, just like idly, because I was like, I kind of want to hear some of these again. That was when I was like, oh shit, like I really like this. So like my appreciation came more afterwards. But that's also because I went into it like, bro, I just want to go upstairs and play video games, but my mom making me watch this. So that's probably part of the reason. It's good though. It is long. I will not it's long. But you know.
I mean, how long did it take to read Steven's thing?
1777 77.
Probably took me about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm a slow reader though. Yeah. That was a good one though.
Well.
Nah, I'll have to watch Hamilton eventually. It's definitely on my list.
That ever-growing list.
The ever-growing list. It never gets shorter, I swear.
There's no such thing as a watch list being actually depleted.
because it takes so little time to add things to the list, but so long to watch the things.
Yes.
Really get you.
I feel like I'm gonna start being harder on shows. Of if I watch 2 episodes and I'm like, this is boring, I'm out.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Like,
once I start,
do all the time.
I'm like, I'm committed.
45-minute shows, I mean. To click.
Like that's
Cartoons are a little
no.
like especially like cartoons that are originally made for kids.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, there's a lot of cartoons that have a lot of like Clone Wars starts out pretty kiddie, but I mean, it's a pretty intense show, like towards
Clone
the end.
Wars,
even Avatar. But like, so those I get because usually the first season's kind of kids stuff.
Uber mode.
Yeah,
they haven't been tortured enough to.
There's not enough
have the development.
The character hasn't been developed. Yeah.
Yo.
Speaking of Avatar,
hell yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Since you're on Avatar, you go, and I'll go after.
Okay. The live action Netflix series, the original creators of the like animated show, they pulled out of it for creative differences. I'm sure you all saw that, but
apparently
I am now going to be waiting for reviews to watch that show.
Netflix said, "Call him in."
I saw something about like they were
Mr.
one
Shyamalan?
Mr. Shyamalan, save us.
It's time.
It is time.
But I think I saw something where like I don't know if this is true or not, and maybe confirm, but like they were trying to get like older actors or something, just so make the characters older so they can include like sex in the show.
No,
hell
like
yeah.
that.
Fuck.
That's what I saw.
I have not seen that, so I don't know.
Hold on.
I would hope the executive. I mean, it's media executive, so doesn't surprise me. Yeah. But I would hope they'd have the smarts to go, this was a kids show. We're not gonna do that.
But also, all the kids that watched it back then are adults now.
Yeah, I'm sure that's their reasoning for it, but also like it's so. Like that's such a flawed reasoning.
That's
like,
not how you do it.
Like when you use like, I feel like sex in a movie or a show is like almost never necessary.
Yeah.
Like not at least to be explicitly shown. I can't even think of like a good example where I was like, okay, yeah, that was a good.
That was
sex
necessary.
scene. That was necessary. Like. I'm not saying like, oh, like, that stuff should be censored. They should just imply it. Like, I get like if it's necessary. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I think.
I know what you're saying because I think like a prime example of like excessiveness to it's like what is the point is Game of Thrones, which
I was thinking
you all
Game of
know
Thrones
how much
too.
I don't like Game of Thrones to begin with, but like looking at it objectively, there's a ton of scenes that for one, they go on way too long of there being just explicit nudity on scene or on screen, and there's just like not a lot of point really, because usually it's when they're just in Littlefinger's brothel.
Hell yeah.
So it's just like what, like okay, you've been on screen for like 6 minutes now. Get on to someone else.
I'll say the only. The immediate like necessary sex scene that I can think of from Game of Thrones is in the very first episode, and if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I haven't even watched the show, but I know what you're talking
it's
about.
It like progresses the plot a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
Stuff like that. I think that's the big thing is that sex is so often not used to progress the plot. It's just used to be sex, and even if it is plot progression, it's like obviously forced. Like, it's just like they have sex because they like each other, and now you know that they like each other because they had sex. And also,
it would be like
booby.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, it would be like just having entire scenes of people like driving in a car, like you know what they're doing. Then they get in the car, and then they arrive at the place that they get to. You know, like unless there's an important something happening during the car ride, like you don't need to show that. Is that a good?
Yeah, it's good analogy.
Or am I stupid? Okay.
I have a perfect movie that we should definitely watch that exemplifies that problem.
Hey, you.
I guess the only like thing there is sometimes because like a lot of audiences, frankly, are stupid, and like I feel like there's sometimes when they do show just kind of dumb scenes like that, it's because they're afraid that the audience is too stupid to understand they got in the car and went there, not that they were in this one building and then they suddenly teleported to another. Because obviously you have to set up some level of like continuity and progression.
Yeah.
But I agree, if it's like a whole minute scene of them in the car, when you could just show them behind the wheel for like 10 seconds and them like, or even 5 seconds is good enough for most people.
It's one of those things where, I don't know, you would just think that people would know. Like, if I saw a character
that's where you
walking
fucked
down
up
the street and, like, walk into a train station, and then the next scene is just them walking out of the train station in a different place, I'm like, yeah, they got on the train and went like, duh. I'm not stupid. Yeah. I can tell what happened, but I can understand, I guess, where that's coming from.
Yeah.
If the thing about Avatar is even real, I'm just like, who would you even? Let's say you made them older and kind of reconfigured the character. Who would even fit to like for that to happen? You know what I mean?
For sexy?
Like it just doesn't fit the
their
essences of those characters.
The only people. Well, okay, the only people that it would realistically work with, because one, you wouldn't have to age them that much, and two, maybe their relationship would work like that, would be Zuko and Mei. Yeah. Because they're already like 16, so you wouldn't have to age them a lot, and I could see them being like that, but it's still really fucking weird. Like, why would you look at a show and be
that's
like,
also probably not the first, conceivably not the first season of the show.
Yeah, like that.
If they're going by that model, which I would assume they are,
but maybe they're not because creators hate them. And went skirt.
Weird.
I wonder what it is about that like property that it's just there's so much. I mean, it's just they got it right once. There's not much you really have to do to change it. Even a live action version of it, is it necessary? Necessary? It's kind of like the Lion King thing where what did the new one do that the first one didn't?
Right.
But it's like still a cool concept. So what's the piece that's not fitting that these guys are always not involved? It's just weird.
Yeah. This is like hopping back, and I
was gonna ask you what you were gonna say.
I don't even know how I was gonna relate it to anything. I think as Nick was saying, like cartoons and stuff, and like rewatching things or watching other stuff. I was gonna say I finally sat down because as much of a Dragon Ball fan as I am, I've never seen the final arc of the original Dragon Ball Z, and so I decided to sit down and watch it. It was like 60 something episodes, and I watched it in like a week, maybe a week and a half. And I watched Kai though, so there was no filler.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And it was the Boo arc, and I just looking back on it, it was just really interesting to see how different a show like that even back then was pretty much meant for like kids and teenagers, but also something that adults could watch. And how different it is now. Like there's so much blood. There's so much just absolutely visceral beatings. Things where it's like, yo, like you shouldn't be.
Is there blood in Kai?
Yeah.
I thought they censored Kai.
I see. That's what maybe what I was watching was a little different from Kai because it sounded like the Kai dubbing because they like dubbed it basically so that the voice acting would be cleaner and crisper, but it had a lot more swearing, a lot more blood and like violence, and I was just like, this feels weird. But
did they like show explicitly people getting blown up?
Yes, like
because I remember in the Frieza arc,
problem with them.
I remember in the Frieza arc they didn't show Krillin.
Yeah, they
like when he blows up, it like cuts away. I wonder if as they progressed in Kai, they like kind of rule. They got a little more lax and were able to do more with it.
I might just be off, or whatever I watched might have been like a combination of the two mediums. Honestly, it could have been the visuals from the original Z and then the dub from Kai. I have no idea. But either way, old Dragon Ball Z was metal as fuck. And, like, they're just fucking murdering people just outright, just on screen. Just like, yeah, we literally just killed every single human on the planet. And we showed you these people fucking dying, exploding, getting, like, it's bad. And then the newer shows, it's just like, no, we can't. We have to make the screen flash white when somebody gets hit so you don't really see the impact. And we also gotta, no more blood. Blood is bad. I don't know. It was just an interesting thing to look at. And like the difference in the medium now.
Yeah, I remember when I first one of my first experiences seeing gore and media at all was when I was 8 and I was reading the Dragon Ball manga, and it was some shit where some dude was just cut straight in half and they just showed you the inside of the slices, and it was just oh, yo, you could fucking do that? That's a thing? What the fuck?
Japan, I'm fucking their kids up.
I remember thinking in middle school when there was all those manga in the library, how I was like, wow, the librarians really don't know what's in this stuff, because there's some straight up not appropriate for kids stuff in these.
Bro, the first episode of Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Or the first.
What was the one, Jason? Rune Quest?
No, Rave Master is what you're thinking of.
Rave. Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro, that was some fan service.
Creature with a fucking looking like a snowman or whatever.
Yeah,
the precursor.
There's a lot of fan service in that manga.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
when they try to get their mom back and they try to transmutate or whatever is what it's called.
Yeah,
and then also the dog.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it.
That show is depression incarnate.
That shit. That was not even
depression.
Trying to get the mom back was definitely gory, but the dog part was just what the
that was just fucking dude. That actually, I watched that show last year, I want to say, and just watching that, I was like, bro, you can do this. Kids watched this years ago, and that was just okay. This is fucked up.
I saw this when I was 12.
Help! I'm not okay.
I'm not old enough for this now.
Well, now there's more Avatar to watch because Korra's on Netflix.
Oh,
is it?
It's up today, yeah.
Oh, let's go!
Can't wait to watch it. Add it to my watch list and never watch it because I don't care.
Hey, I just canceled my HBO Max subscription, and I'm realizing that the only thing I watched was that fucking what is it called? Close Enough. It's JG. Is it JG Quintel or something like that? The guy who made Regular Show, and he plays Mordecai.
Oh yeah. I've seen a couple episodes of it.
And High Five
Honestly,
Ghost.
it's worth the watch.
Recognize.
Sorry, he plays the main character. It's honestly it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's I don't know. I feel you're kind of wasting potential if you ground your animated show in reality, but also it's you still want it to be relatable. I feel BoJack is also a good example of really good kind of human, BoJack more so just because it's big sado mode sometimes, but it's these kind of relatable topics, but then it's also a silly goofy animated show. So animated, I don't know why I fucking put the emphasis on the. You ever just put the emphasis on the wrong syllable?
I hate it when I do that.
Dang.
I feel as much as I don't watch the shows that I put on my list, I've been trying to force myself to watch the services that I have since I'm paying for them.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm just that's why I stopped.
I'm never able to just cancel because I'm always there's stuff on there that I want to watch. I just need to be in the mood to watch it, and I don't want to have to start it up again. But I finally finished Watchmen, so at least I made some progress.
I How'd you enjoy that?
Let's go.
Oh, so good.
Did you see the thing about like Injustice 3 leaks that there might be Watchmen? That's pretty ponderous,
I mean, they're in
right?
DC Comics now, so
yeah,
kind of.
It makes sense.
But yeah, I'm sure Alan Moore is thrilled. But he's not. He doesn't like when people make Watchmen stuff. But
yeah.
But the
Alan
guy
less.
that did the artist for Watchmen was part of the show.
So, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's which is why it was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
what you got? I have something if you don't have something.
I have a one of those questions that I say that I always think of when I'm at work.
Oh yeah.
When you guys were kids, what did you want to be when you grew up? And how close are you now to that?
Are you trying to make us sad?
Damn.
No, I'm not trying to make you sad. I was just thinking about how, like, when I was like in elementary school, and middle school a little bit, I was like super into animals for some reason. Like, I would read like I would check out little books from the library about animals, and I like really wanted to be a zoologist, I guess. And then like I don't fucking care about that anymore.
Hey, but now you work with animals, kind of.
Hey, true. This is true.
Damn.
He's always worked with animals.
Someone's got to do it, you know?
We're slowly leaking. Yeah, we're slowly leaking what my job is every episode.
Hey,
throw
in the comments if you can guess it.
I mean,
good for you.
Get an Amazon gift card if you guess.
Well,
for you, Edward.
I think. I mean, I remember it as a little kid. You know, I'd say it's like the typical like fireman or whatever. But when I actually, I think, kind of meant what I was saying, first I said that I wanted to be a paleontologist. Or an archaeologist is what I said.
Yeah, some Indiana Jones shit. I get you.
Yeah, but mainly because I was like obsessed with dinosaurs, as most young boys are. But then for the longest time, I said that I was going to be a dentist. And the closest I got was one semester of college biology until I said, peace out.
No,
that's
sir.
pretty close.
My dreams were shattered.
At least
I kind of
realized that, though.
Well, and I kind of knew in high school. Like, I got to senior year, and I was kind of like, you know, I kind of started saying this as I was a little kid, so I obviously didn't know what I was talking about, and I've just gone with it, and now I'm kind of like, why am I going to do this? And I wish I would have, like, switched it up earlier, but it worked out.
Yeah.
So I'm nowhere near being a dentist, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to be an astronaut so that I could be the first human on Mars.
Ooh.
Mars.
Yeah. Let me see how well that turned out for me.
I need to dox yourself to explain that.
Now you're an astronaut.
My last name is Mars. For those who don't know, I don't really care about that.
Yeah, dox him.
Whatever, bro.
It's not like people couldn't find that information super easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It was kind of weird because like this is gonna sound so corny, but I was like always performing as a little kid. Like I was never really the kind of kid that was like, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a ninja, or like super obsessed with like yeah, I mean that's a thing.
Now kids are like, I want to be ninja.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Ninja wanted to be a ninja.
Maybe.
Shit, maybe.
That's probably why.
Kind of cringe.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Nick, you were saying that you were one of those kids that was like obsessed with dinosaurs, and Tyler was like really into animals. I never really had anything like that. Like, as a kid, when I was growing up, I used to always put on like puppet shows for my family. I would like get these little sock puppets and just get like a rod and throw a little sheet over it. And I would like put on little puppet shows for my parents. and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like
adorable.
Yeah, so that kind of like from my past sort of tracked to what I ended up wanting to do, but I don't really think that I knew that was what I wanted to do when I was a kid. But it just sort of like followed me.
Logan wanted to grow up to be Nana Puddin' when he grew up.
Oh my god.
If you don't know what that is, go look it up.
Why do I feel like I remember that?
Nana Puddin'? It's the...
No, not that. Did you do it? When were you doing this? At what age? Because I for some reason this sounds familiar. Like I witnessed this once, or like was with you.
Probably, once. Yeah. Because I mean, this would have been like 5 to 8 or so. I was like pretty young, but
we knew each other
kind of
when we were like
6,
I think. So
yeah, we were like inseparable until like 5th grade.
Yeah, so it's totally possible because that sounds
for sure.
familiar. I guess I'll go since I'm already filling the fucking thing with my waveforms. I guess similarly ish to Tyler, grew up really I don't know about obsessed with animals. I just really liked dogs and cats and shit. And whenever I went to people's houses and they had pets, I loved that. That made me happy. And I was also the type of kid who would like catch a gecko in the house and try to like feed it and take care of it, or like catch a frog outside and try to keep it as a pet and take care of it. Stupid. Don't do that. But I wanted to be a veterinarian, and then let's just say I got a job that kind of showed me that I didn't want to do that anymore. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say I worked at a fucking animal hospital for a bit and was like for a long time and was like, I don't want to do this. So, nah, I don't know what I want to do now.
Bars. Hey,
that wasn't part of the question, but I said it.
Hey, that's okay.
I don't think any of us really know what we want to do.
We just out here vibing.
War.
I want to be a podcast host.
Yeah.
Slash editor.
Wow, we made it.
Congratulations. That news for you, buddy.
Dream come true.
Wow. Anyone else?
Is it my turn?
Anyone else?
Is it my turn?
I'm
raising my hand. Can I be called on, please?
If you want it to be your turn.
Wait, who was you saying, Jose?
I want to hear Stevens.
Okay, go Steven.
I'm going?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Steven.
I guess similar to everyone else, I also at one point want to be like a veterinarian, which I guess I'm vegan, I guess is the closest way I have to.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I care about animals still. I guess, I don't know. I also at one point wanted to be a professional baseball player. That did not work out. But I still play baseball casually, so
now he pays.
I pay money to play baseball instead of getting paid to play baseball. So
it's a small difference.
Yeah.
Next best thing.
And then
I mean, money's involved in both. So you're halfway there.
Oh yeah. And then when I was in high school, I think I wanted to be a psychologist, but I decided to major in math and economics instead. So really just not way off the mark with my realistic one than my unrealistic childhood ones. So I don't know.
Which of the childhood ones was unrealistic?
Bro, me going to med school, bro, or being a professional baseball player. Come on.
I mean,
come on.
Honestly, anybody going through med school is fairly unrealistic.
Yeah.
That you come out the other side a normal human. But what do I know? I ain't met a doctor that's tried to kill me yet, so maybe we're good.
Maybe.
It's Jose's turn. Oh,
maybe it's my turn. I was gonna say, I guess once I got over like the whole like I want to be a firefighter type shit. That phase, that phase in our childhood, we want to just be whatever looks cool. I was really into reading, and so I really wanted to become a writer. So that's all I did. Like, as
you're gonna say I wanted to become a reader.
A professional reader.
Can I be a book when I grow up?
Holy.
Sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, I wanted to become a writer, I guess, since that's all I ever did was read books. And now I don't really write all that much, but I can get back into it. So
hey, you got that goal.
Yeah,
I got that goal.
goals.
You better start writing.
Not sure if I'll ever like make money off of it, but I think, you know, the cool thing about that is that you could just do it, you know, casually. Like, if you wanted to become a doctor, you can't just, you know, get into it, right? You can't just start diagnosing people.
What is doctor
Start
job,
practicing medicine.
Yeah, you can't
I'm a
just
hobby doctor.
write subscriptions or like perform surgery. So I
Oh, I just have like on the job training for the surgery shit or what?
Oh my god.
Is there a certification for this? Can I practice?
So do I cut here or here? Aren't you the doctor?
But yeah,
Damn.
I feel like, is it? I don't know if it's just me because I have this like, I don't know if it's a bad habit. It's just a habit. I'll just call it a habit of getting super interested in certain things and like insanely invested in them, and then sometimes like either dropping them completely or just relegating them to like normal hobby status. And I do that shit all the time. So I've gone from everything from, because I guess in college for a little bit I wanted to become like a video game designer because it's like I like video games, and then I realized that coding is fucking hard. And I was like, okay, well, instead of that, maybe I could become like a reviewer or something. And I was like, that'd be fun or whatever. And then I was like, I don't really want to write or make reviews for games. It's not, I like it, but it's like, eh. And then kind of was like, oh, I could just write. I like writing. And like, but I can't do that professionally. Fucking all the time. Just all the time swapping between things. So I'm like, I like this. I wonder if I could do this as a career.
Yeah.
That kind of leads into the question that I had.
Hey.
What is the thing as of late that you've been, call it what you like, what are you either like obsessed with or like the thing that's taking a lot of your time besides like work? And I mean, if it's games, that's fine because since we all do play games a lot, but is there like something else that you find yourself kind of that's like dominating a lot of your time?
Hamilton. That's not even a joke. I'm literally not joking. I listen to the soundtrack like every single day. I have a fucking problem. No, somebody else can answer first. I have a real answer, but later.
I have a ton of stuff that I want to be doing right now. One of them I can't do because I don't feel comfortable right now, but I really want to start rock climbing again.
Oh, yeah.
But like the gym I go to is like they have some pretty good precautions. I'm just like kind of personally like still kind of about it. I might reconsider. I've wanted to start like skateboarding again for some reason, and it's like I don't know. It seems like such a midlife crisis. This is my mid-20s crisis. Is I want to skateboard.
Mid-20s crisis.
Mid-COVID crisis.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm about to be in my mid-20s. I'm about to be 24.
Oh my god, what is it? Fucking old.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. But besides that, I just sit on my computer and look at computer parts.
We know.
It's your computer trying to brainwash it, bro.
I know.
Riveting.
Dude, it is. My computer, honestly, I feel like my computer's sad. He's like, oh, am I not good enough for you? Nah, but I don't know. people have kind of brought it up without really saying about it, but a couple of us have been like, when most of us have gone to bed and we just like stay up, we've been like talking to each other about setting goals. So like I have a list of Jared's not on the podcast anymore, but I have a list of Jared's goals that he wants to have done by the end of the year, and Jared has a list of mine. And like my list is pretty much just like, oh no, sorry, not the end of the year, but
shit, I don't.
Yeah, a year from no. A year from when we started it, which was like earlier this week. And like a lot of my stuff was just like, I want to start doing music like more kind of seriously. I want to like do the podcast, I guess, more seriously, which I have. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can be listening to it on Spotify and Apple Music. I guess we should have mentioned that at the beginning. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, you can lock your phone, put it in your pocket, and keep listening.
We're gonna save it for the end, but now that you've ruined the surprise,
yeah. Well, it's not a surprise. It's up.
Theoretically,
the 4th episode.
That should have been at the beginning, so that if they wanted to,
it's okay. We'll record something at the end and put it back in the front.
We'll see.
You could just put like a picture of it. I don't know. Do whatever, dude. I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's like, that's like stuff that I really want to like be doing and be obsessed with, but I had to start a lot of it. I guess I kind of have started, except for the rock climbing thing. But
there's rocks out back, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'll just go climb a tree.
Not going anywhere. I guess for me, I don't know. There's not like a specific thing that's been taking up my time, but I guess I'm just trying to find different ways to like do things, if that makes sense. So like I'm trying to, instead of like when I eat food, instead of like trying to go buy something or like heat something up real quick, I'm trying to like cook and like make food. Just because I'm in my 20s, like this is now the time to like kind of get my shit together and start to learn how to cook and like take care of myself really. So I've been trying to do that. You know, if I'm gonna make coffee, I make it like grind the beans, boil some water, make coffee, exercising and shit. Just doing the long way and harder way to do stuff instead of the easy way out, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but the long way is actually better for you.
Yeah, I guess
not
so.
Just to eat more time.
Yeah. So I've just been doing stuff like that. Actually been cutting down on like watching TV and playing video games because like I do that so much. So I'm just kind of like cut back a little bit. I'll play for like an hour a day maybe if I get on at all. But yeah, I feel like I need to be spending more time being productive, more so. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be more productive. There you go. That's what I'm doing. You heard it here first.
Nice. That's a good obsession to have.
Yeah. Well, I'm not obsessed just yet. I'm like, I'm dipping my toes in the water and see how I like it.
Yeah.
Getting toesy.
Yeah.
That productivity feels good on my big toe.
Yeah. I made myself a drink instead of getting a beer. I made myself an actual like whiskey sour. I bought like whiskey and sour mix. Yeah, and I made a whiskey sour.
Sour mix.
Yeah. Whiskey, some Sour Patch Kids.
Whiskey sour.
Good.
I bought the sour.
You need simple syrup and lemon juice.
Hey, sounds good. I might fuck around when me and a certain somebody get moved in.
Hey.
Then y'all could convince them to join the podcast. Just record in their room.
I don't know about all that. We can record in our living room while we don't have a couch or anything
nice.
For like a good while. I don't know.
It'd be like in Friends when they have like the canoe and like the lawn chair.
Oh, it is.
I think Tyler's the only one who knows what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You just say no. I know what you're talking about when he was talking about you.
No, I didn't say no. I just said I know what you're talking about. Did I say no? I might have. Fuck you.
I don't know if I actually have anything that's been I said I had a real one, but like if I'm being like 1,000% real, literally most of my time is just filled with me watching YouTube videos, streams, and listening to Hamilton. I'm trying to like write in between those things as like productivity because I want to write like a short story of some kind, but whether or not it actually happens is kind of up in the air. And also kind of trying to move right now, so anytime I think about like, oh, I could be doing this, I just realize that I'm probably not going to have a bed for like the first week that we're at the apartment.
Hey, nice.
So I'm probably just going to be at home and just not move everything yet.
You can come crash on the couch over here.
That'd be easier to just... I'm just going to leave like my computers
just have
here, and I'll just have everything else set up. So as soon as the mattress gets here, I can just set that up and skedaddle. But yeah, no, I don't fucking do anything. I just come in my room and play video games after work if I don't go for a walk. That's literally it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm not doing anything.
All right.
I mean, it sounds kind of depressing now that I think about it. Like, I'm just not really doing a whole lot. Like, I'm kind of on the same page as Tyler. As I used to do CrossFit, and I would like to get back into it, but I just don't know if I feel comfortable enough to be going to a gym right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I don't know. And I work kind of late. I get off at 7:30, so it's just kind of like I don't really have much that I can do that late, I guess. So I just get off work and then log in, play some games, and then go to sleep. I guess I will say that for the past like couple of months, I have been making some pretty good progress of Spanish. I've been learning Spanish so that I can talk to my significant other's family because they don't speak English. So I guess that's something that I've been putting a lot of time into. I'll spend maybe like an hour to an hour and a half at the end of the night just like learning Spanish.
Damn.
So
that's something. That's nice.
Okay, next
I guess
podcast,
so.
you can only speak Spanish.
Okay, sure.
Now and Oscar.
I'll start learning.
The new Spanish segment.
Yeah, for real.
You gotta teach us a
I'll
word.
learn it.
Every
It's
podcast.
Logan's Spanish
Logan's
word of the
Spanish
day.
word of the week.
What's the word today, Logan?
Sacapuntas.
Oh.
What the fuck does that
It's
mean?
pencil sharpener.
Oh yeah,
Damn,
we
It's
love
my
pencil
favorite word in
sharpeners.
Spanish.
I'm sure people really be using that word, huh?
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, bro.
everyone doing school from their computers.
Yeah.
Not more than ever.
And having access to pencil sharpeners.
Yeah.
Sharpening their mechanical pencils.
They had
Sharpening their keyboard.
Why won't it work?
Oh, wow.
Damn.
What you got, Steven?
Bro, I've been doing shit.
Yeah, boy.
Liar.
Yeah, I'm
you're a
actually
damn
liar.
I am.
Like,
I'm kind of a
using the
liar.
bidet.
Let's see, how many days of the week was Steven gone from the house last week?
Yeah, and I'm
Around
actually.
the corner in Sat's car.
God, I wish. No, I've been. My baseball league I play in has been on, which is, I guess, a relatively safe thing to do right now since it's outdoors and baseball's not a sport where you're around a lot of people a whole ton.
Yeah.
So, and I wear my mask in the field and everything. So it's just that's been fun. Been going to a just real small gym, trying to get into powerlifting. I am in a band. We're working on some stuff. Yeah, that's the bulk
so
of
he's
it.
pretty much not doing shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit, bro.
Yeah, I think walking across the hall and playing video games trumps that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
honestly,
way your life, man.
I'd be like that.
Dang.
I don't know.
I'm trying to be like Steven when I grow up.
Listen to Steven's band. I don't know. What
Look
they're called,
ahead.
but
Look ahead.
Look ahead.
To their
North
release.
Texas Straight Edge. Baby.
Listen to them.
We got a demo ready.
Nice.
Link to their
nice.
Twitter page in the description. Do you have a Twitter page?
Sure.
No. We
Okay.
tweeted.
Then definitely there will be a link. Link to Steven.
Twitter.com/StevensBand.
I'll plug the Bandcamp once we've got it recorded. Whenever the hell that happens.
Yeah.
Debut EP coming soon.
Oh yeah, baby.
Do you got anything you're cooking up, Nick, over there?
All I've mainly been doing, like the thing that I've been doing that comes to mind is I've been reading comic books a lot more. Whereas
Nice.
like I used to just read the weekly releases, but now I'm like going through backlogs that are like I just finished a series that was like 10 years worth of stuff.
Jeez.
It's not as many as you think. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. But yeah, I've been doing that a lot in between. Like honestly, I do it throughout the day. Like it permeates. Like when I'm on break at work, or even like if there's just not a lot to do and it's towards the end of the day, and there's just not a lot of time to start a new task or project, I'll just like start reading again, and then I will like do it right after work for an hour, and then I like get off my computer and start reading again before bed. So that's like the thing I'm honestly doing the most of, and I've made it through like probably in the past 2 weeks, I'd be willing to say that I've probably read like 250 comic books.
Holy shit.
Damn.
I could be wrong, but yeah.
Don't be modest.
After I'm like finishing one event, I'm doing a lot of event stuff, so that's why there's so many issues. Like I'm reading one now that I'm about to finish the main event, and then since it's comic books, it all flows in time. So there's like another event that happens right after it, and it's 52 issues in that one event because it ran for a year. And then after I do that, I'm going to read Watchmen again since I finished the show. But I want to read all of there's like supplementary materials in between each chapter or each issue of Watchmen that I've never fully read. So I'd like to read those to get the full picture. So yeah, that's the thing that I am devoting a lot of the rest of my time to, since there's not much else to do.
True.
Since there's no more outside.
Yeah.
If you're not grinding every day,
there's no one to see.
You haven't started
There's
5
nothing to do.
LCs.
Oh man, dude.
And there's Jason listening to Hamilton.
Dang.
What can I say? I'm on that grind.
What grind are we gonna be on this week, Jason?
It's not so much a grind as it is sitting on a skateboard and just rolling down a hill.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's not gonna take effort.
Is that what it is? 'Cause I'd be down for that.
I want you all to do that.
Honestly,
come back and
let's
tell me
go.
how it makes you feel.
Let's do it.
I feel pretty good, yeah.
The safe word
It
is
brings me back
whiskey.
to a whiskey.
Okay, so
shit.
I guess I can post these in the chat, so you don't have to open up anything. But my thing for this week is actually a 2-parter. As of a couple days ago, it originally wasn't going to be, but now it is. Especially because the second part's kind of topical. And it's going to be, we're watching 2 Eddie Burback videos. The first one
nice.
is, which some of you might have already seen this.
Oh, wait.
The first one,
I think I know which ones they are.
same.
Go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean to.
the first one is Late Night TV Needs to Change from 8 months ago.
Exactly.
And then the second one is did the pandemic make late night TV better? They're not like, the first one's like 26 minutes, second one's like 20 minutes. I watched the second one just came out like 2 or 3 days ago, and I watched it.
Tal and I watched it together today.
Yeah. Okay, well, it'll be fresh on your mind. And I was like, even if people have already watched these videos, I think it's still interesting just to see and talk about. And Eddie Burbeck is funny and deserves love, and we're gonna spread his name.
But so do we. So we should have them on our podcast, and then we can be on theirs, right?
And they can get T-Pain on our podcast.
Yeah. I almost chose the T-Pain podcast, but I was like, I don't really know what we would talk about. It was just a good podcast.
Yeah. T-Pain's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so watch these 2 Eddie Burbeck videos, and then watch his other videos that he puts out every 2 months because he doesn't make a lot of videos. They're really good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Is that it?
Do that.
Bro, now that Tyler's edited the earlier part out, which he's totally doing, right, Tyler?
Which
we'd like to let you know that we're now on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He totally bleeped out the earlier part. He doesn't have to worry about it.
I'm guys,
don't do it.
I left that part in. I'm just gonna say it.
Dude, you're making us look unprofessional.
No, yeah, you can just edit this part out.
It's okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll edit the whole podcast out.
And when he's done, you can find it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Not this episode though, because he edited it out.
Right. But I have right now this like cycle, I guess you could say, is all up there. So if you've been keeping up, that's the episode where we came back for this new quote unquote season, I guess. The Bo Burnham episode is up there. The Mandalorian episode is up there. This one will be up there. I'm gonna try to work on getting our like backlog or our back catalog, I guess, up there. But we'll just see. But as of right now, I'm gonna be uploading it there as well as YouTube. So check it out. I think you can give us ratings on iTunes, which helps or something. I don't know. We have listeners. I saw we had a listener in Paris, France. They must have fucking stumbled upon us.
What?
That was weird.
Hey, let's go.
Either that or someone's using a VPN. I just thought of that actually.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I like to
whatever.
think that someone accidentally stumbled into our podcast and now they're
I like to think that too.
It's just Edward on a VPN.
It's just Edward moved to France. He didn't tell us.
You didn't tell anyone?
Oh, yeah, I'm in France, guys.
Can he even do that right now? Is it physically possible for him to move to France? Probably not.
Probably.
I mean, physically, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think
like the towers.
the French government would allow him to. Yeah.
Well,
But anyway, Steven, why don't you sign us off? It's your episode.
all right.
I thought we already signed
Well,
off.
Well, we're signing off now, baby. It's all in there. Thank you all for taking a listen to us today. Check out the 2 late night TV Eddie Burback YouTube videos for next week, so we can discuss. Thank you again, and good night.
Bro, say class dismissed.
Class dismissed.
Hell yeah.
The bell does not dismiss you. I dismiss you.
But I couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Hell yeah.